Well, he's been running it through that living soil for a while, and I think like that's kind of bringing it back. But like when I first got it back from Garcia, it was like
it's running it under the sun, bro.
Yeah, well,
that
dude, I
sun
mean, that dude,
rejuvenates
you don't understand
cuts.
that sour, that was the one. You couldn't hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like one kernel would have got you busted. Like my mother, like I was 20 years old. I'm like, they have it double jarred. Like, Travis, it fucking smells like a skunk in here. Like, oh, I got it fucking double jarred. He couldn't hide that shit.
Yeah.
Now, on a very special I Smoke New York. Interviews with 3 elite New York growers, direct from their 2024 New York Growers Cup triumphs. Taproot Fields, first place in sweets. The Mechanics Farm, second place in sweets. And Semper Frosty, second place sour and second place gas. Enjoy the show.
It wasn't the chunky Albany cut. It was this Syracuse cut, man. And the Syracuse cut of the sour.
We about to get into all
anybody who
types of
anybody
shit.
who
We about to
knows,
get to all
anybody who
types of
knows
shit.
Syracuse, anybody knows who's the Syracuse cut, dude. That shit was like ask Nick T. Like he got it from Chris Barkowitz.
I've never even heard of the Syracuse cut.
I've never from around there.
Hey, you know Caesar. Tonight.
Shout out Caesar.
We're not recording any of this,
Shout
right?
out Caesar.
We're recording all of
Hey,
this.
he won
okay.
first place tonight with the sour spritzer. And Garcia was an old school friend of mine. I get back here, he goes, dude, I still got it. It's lost its luster a little bit, but I still got it. And when I fucking gave that to Troy, dude, Troy fell to his knees, dude. He saw the leaf structure, he goes, oh my God.
I remember him growing. I remember that.
It's her.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the fucking sour that like I took that out west and showed like Rez from like DNA genetics. I showed him the sour and he showed me the OG Kush like in like 04. You know, so like I already had my High Times connections. I moved out of New York because it was you know.
Wait, when did you move out of New York then? Because when did you
Well, I'll give you a background.
But you moved
right?
out of New York when it was still hot.
I'll give you a background.
Do we want to do a backup? Do we want to do an intro? Let's do an intro. Let's start here.
Let's start our intro.
Yeah.
Let's start here. Let's
backlog that.
back it up. Back it up.
We can add that
whatever.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to I Smoke New York. We're live and a little crazy from Midtown Manhattan at midnight on Saturday after the 2024 New York Growers Cup. I am louder than ever.
Lots of
There are a bunch of people in the room, and we're going to be smoking a lot of weed and talking to a bunch of different people, including one first place winner, our first ever licensed first place winner.
Woo woo.
Fucking A.
Let's go, baby. Yo, that's crazy.
I mean,
Taproot Farm.
Come on.
guys, I mean, I'm just getting started here, man. I can't wait to start bringing some more flavors to this whole
Just getting
New York
started, but
scene,
your ass
man.
Been at this shit for 30 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I have. Like, I mean, like my whole existence started. I started smoking weed probably was like a little bit when I was 15, then 16, like 11th grade. Like, you know, we're smoking now, and now like. You know, my first Fish show was 2000 was 2000. Sorry, my first. No, listen. Sorry, 2000. My first Fish show was 1995, Canandaigua, and I started listening to those guys. And I was big into the Dead too, and like big into
Canandaigua, upstate New York.
Okay, there we go.
Canandaigua,
There we go.
Honey Oy.
So
A lot of the old OG hippies up there.
So like, I mean, like back in the day, like, you know, I grew up in Auburn, New York. You know, it's there's a maximum security prison in the town. It's fucking people's known for that's prison. It is prison city.
It gives everybody the job, right?
But anyways, like fucking, you know, there was a good fucking scene up there. Like you got all the colleges and like, you know, you got Ithaca, you got Cornell, like you got Syracuse. Like colleges fucking bred that whole like Grateful Dead, like Fish scene and like like I mean, I would go to concerts. I would go to these shows, and my favorite thing to do back in the day was like walk around and like find the best weed on lock. And you could usually smell the dude from like a mile away. Like, where the fuck?
What year are you talking about? Like what did you say?
Like 95, 96. I mean,
I was born
90,
I wasn't even thinking about that.
You motherfucker.
you know what I'm saying?
Waiting.
I'm 46, so I'm a little bit older, you know?
So wait, that was how were
savage.
you were smelling? What were you smelling? Like, what were the first things you started smelling on the lot? Like,
oh, dude, like the skunk ones.
Oh,
you know,
I don't
like,
even
we used to
man.
get skunk with, like, we used to bring it like we bring it to high school. It'd stink up. The one people have it in the locker, it stink up the whole motherfucking hall. Like back in those days, you know, like
That's before sour.
But yeah, before sour,
So
just,
wait,
just
you were-
straight skunk. That was like when I was like 16.
And what did you win first place with? What did you just win with? It wasn't a sour. That's not
Super boof.
super boof. Oh, the super boof is crazy.
Tried and
Super
true.
boof. The
Tried
cut
and
and the
true.
cut came from. That's why 6 Point Cannabis.
Oh,
like
shout out
Craig,
6 Point.
Shout out 6 Point, dude. Those guys are my boys. I've known Craig for almost 30 fucking years. We go back a long way from like to like '96. Those guys, like the Craig's an incredible fucking grower. We're starting a genetics company together. We've been working on it for the last 3 years. You know, basing it. I'm a big fish fan. So like I'm calling, and I love the Macho Man. I love the I love Randy
Okay,
Savage. You
okay,
know what I'm saying?
all right.
And so like
Glasses,
I'm
Very
got-
similar,
I'm calling-
understood.
I'm
The
shirt's
calling-
selling,
I'm-
man.
I'm- I'm-
energy.
I'm calling this company Madness Genetics, and hence for to the accolade to the Macho Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yes.
it's gonna be blue,
glasses,
green, and
yeah.
purple colors because the fish
fucking go,
the fish
yeah.
Kuroda fucking colors are the blue, greens, and purples, right? Well, I grew up in that scene, so this is what we're doing. We're starting Madness Genetics, and we're gonna fucking do this whole thing of fucking like me and Craig.
What
you
about
know?
sour? Because like, well, you were saying the thing about the Syracuse sour. I'm
Yeah.
from upstate. Like, this is my area. I've been, I remember all the sours. I gave out the sour because I love sour so much.
There's so many people that got busted just growing it.
Are you dropping?
You know,
the sour in
that
the
shit used to
market
be
now?
that shit used to be sold for $6,400 a pound before it was even
Yeah.
fucking
Yo.
grown.
I remember when it was selling 600
They
an
would
ounce.
Yo.
they'd prepay you for it.
Yo, sour dudes used to give me friends.
What's your growing style now?
Sour dudes
So my
was the
growing
best.
style now is I just got into living soil. So so here's the deal. I got into regenerative agriculture when I got back here. Like Josh really wanted to do that, and I was like, all right, let's get into regenerative. And so I did a lot outside and a lot of composting. I gotta say like Aaron from Rooted, New York, I gave him the
Yo,
accolade.
shout out
Listen,
Rooted.
shout out Rooted, man. Aaron's
cut
my
the vids
boy.
right now.
Aaron's my boy. I met him at just a open house at our farm one day, and I took Dr. Elaine's course, and I was doing Korean natural farming, and we just started talking and like started like trading strains and like. And we did an IMO pile at my house. Like he brought some of his collections, I had some of my collections, and we did an IMO pile together. But then like when we hung out that day, like we knew we were like friends, like we're the same fucking
So
people.
you made a friend over
we
making
brothers?
an IMO pile?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
That's
the
micro. That's the micro
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and just like knowing that we both took Dr. Elaine's course, so like he was like, man, I never thought I'd like move back to New York and like meet somebody that like is into like all the shit that I've done. And then I realized like who Aaron was. I'm like, this motherfucker ran Eden Naturals. Like he ran a 40,000 square foot grow living soil and crushed it. Like Aaron's a smart dude, man. Like I learned a lot from him. And like, you know what? Me and him now, and like we always have been, we've been learning a lot from each other. You know,
He loves
like
talking about it. That's the first thing I remember about him.
Yeah,
Like, we'd be
he's
on
good
Instagram
at that.
talking, like grow talk back and forth. It's like,
yeah, dude. Like,
really knows his shit.
and like, so we really connected on that level, and so I started getting into living soil, and now I'm actually about to build out our whole facilities in living soil beds, and I'm working with Leighton Morrison to do the soil balancing and doing alluvial layers. I got the E horizon, A horizon, O horizon. We're making our own compost on the farm.
That farm is beautiful, bro. You guys have the best. Do you have the
Listen,
best
man, like
infrastructure in the whole New York?
what we got going, like Josh's vision, and like is like we wanted to have this like a destination spot where there's a hotel going in across the street that's like we're going to be cannabis friendly. They're teaming up with them to do a dispensary. We have the
You're teaming up with them?
yeah,
So the
yeah,
town, so Skinny Atlas, shout out Skinny Atlas, is like good. Like they're working with
Oh
you.
yeah,
and everything?
our dispensary's
beautiful thing.
approved. We're
Yeah.
good. The dispensary should be opening in like April or May. And we have the hotel. We have the Skinny Atlas Lodge where we can do host events. We're having live music events. Like we had John Brown's Body play our party this year. Like
Yeah,
For
Growers Cup
the
party, I
record,
don't know.
you're the first licensed New York grower to win or even place in the competition, right?
Yeah,
That's
even
fucking
that.
It's amazing,
Not
bro.
even that.
Congrats.
Yo, hey,
Yeah.
let's go.
For real.
Mixed light.
Real.
Mixed light.
Mixed light,
Real.
nonetheless.
Yeah,
Living
hey,
soil?
listen.
Living
Mixed
soil?
light and living soil, bro.
Yeah.
So,
That's like,
so what's
wow.
the future for Taproots for the next 5 years right now? Like, what's the next steps in your process?
Okay.
Is it? I know you're putting out the genetics. Got
Yeah,
that
we got the
library going
genetics,
on.
and so like
And
we
you're on
like
shelves
here's the
already
deal, like
currently.
yeah, like we so here we got we're gonna have 5,000 square feet, right? Like
Okay.
pretty much, like so we only have
For the micro.
the two greenhouses up right now, so I am building those out right now. So we're gonna have 56 lights. There's no light limit no more.
Right. Are you guys retailing currently?
We're gonna be retailing. The shop is opening in Skinny Atlas.
Okay, and that's soon.
That's soon. That's I would say like May.
Are you
April,
currently on
May.
anybody else's shelves?
We are,
yeah.
but like my problem has been we haven't had enough flour to like give people.
That's our fucking whole life. It doesn't- being a
Right, yeah,
micro,
for
we're never
real.
gonna supply it.
It's gone.
Right, but the thing is, once we get the other two greenhouses up, like I'm about to be like I'm pulling down like 50, 60 pounds just off of 20 lights. So like, I mean, once I switch to these bigger beds and more lights and like we got light movers now. Like I want everybody to start following us on that level because I'm gonna start posting. I'm gonna start using my Instagram a little more. I'm 46.
Yes,
I'm not
let's fucking go, bro.
dude. I'm not a big fucking.
You got
I
to.
am not a big.
Bro, you got the
making
persona.
memes?
You got the
You can-
persona.
right.
The shirt, the
True.
glasses, everything, bro. Just make
Just
You're
need
ready for
somebody
social
standing
media.
with
It's
a
true.
camera.
He's not wrong.
It's just somebody standing with a camera, son.
You can put fish music in the background.
But you should just
Yeah,
you
yeah,
should
yeah,
like
but
Let's not go crazy.
You should-
we got
Not
we
go
got we got so like my propagation area is not even done yet. Like that's gonna be in March and like dude we pop a lot of seeds, man. We throw a lot of shit out. Like we'll pop 24 fucking seeds. We pop 24 strains and like keep 2. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
gotta have those
I
standards.
don't know, man. Like this is monumental for me. I
Bro, you
couldn't
set a standard.
I couldn't believe it.
Seriously.
I couldn't believe
That's
it.
I couldn't believe it. I was
set a
like,
crazy
God
standard.
damn.
Dude,
You
I'm
were, you were
telling
the
you.
most excited person ever that's won so far. I love the energy.
but
that
not
you-
only
energy,
that,
sure,
I
yeah.
can't wait to watch
Bro.
it because I don't even know what I did.
You were
I
right,
really
bro.
I,
He
know,
blacked
I, know,
out.
I really don't
Bro,
even I really
blacked
don't
out.
even know what I said.
I don't know.
I blanked out.
No. It was great.
I'm ready.
It was great. Wait, let's see the trophy. Did we show the trophy?
Right there.
No, right here,
Oh,
bro.
it's right there.
You got the trophies right up front.
Yeah, they
That's
got
the
it.
The
sweets
box is
trophy
cool, too.
is there, and
The
this is
box
the
is
sour
cool.
trophy,
Yeah, it was dope.
created by the Gap
I think
Crew.
you set a standard by being a mixed light, living soil. winner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
big
It
yes.
sets a
Congrats
standard
on
and
that,
shit
man.
puts
Dude, we
fire
work
under
hard
the
there,
light
man.
and
Like
grow fast.
dude, we are dude. You know the deal. When you're a grower, dude, there's like sleepless nights, brother. Like we call it bugs and problems, bro. Like bugs and problems, fucking spider mites,
Duh.
PM, da da da.
You guys got it that well. So how long has Taproot been like operating right now? Like that greenhouse? Because I went and saw there for a convention. Yeah, I went in those days, like 2 years ago. I went.
Yeah,
to
so we started building them in like 2019 November, and then it was just like I don't know.
And you were with them the whole time?
Dude, I actually I helped start Taproots. Like me and Josh, like I've known Josh since I was 16 years old. We were living together in California. He hooks up. We were going to start a business out there because we had a beach house and like, it was fucking sick, dude. It was a 4-bedroom
What
beach
about-
house, San Diego, northern.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
What about our boy Jay Howard? Shout out Jay Howard
Dude,
Glass.
shout out Jay
Come
Howard
on,
Glass,
man.
bro.
Some
I
of the
was I
best-
was in his wedding.
Come on, bro.
You know,
Yo,
like,
I
I've known
still see
him.
him all
I've
the
known
time.
him
I
a
just
long
seen him.
time.
Yeah.
So,
OG.
so me and Josh are living out in California at a beach house, and like I had this beach house for fucking like almost 10 years. It's a legendary fucking place, dude. It's 4-bedroom house.
You owning it, bro? I could imagine the shit that
I didn't own it. I
Well,
didn't
whatever
own
the
it.
fuck.
We
You was
fucking-
living there. Y'all was
we were
going
living in there
crazy.
for dirt
Right.
fucking cheap,
Hey, I was
right?
going crazy
So
in there.
Josh fucking so the one year like Josh meets this girl back in Skinny Atlas and then he like fell in love and like so he's gonna go back there and then so he comes back and then like I'm still living in California. I find out about the whole hemp thing.
Oh shit.
So that's me.
Is that me?
I found out. Oh, that's hey, that's
That-
Troy. Fucking
No, it isn't. Is he out here?
get in. Yeah. So if somebody
Just
could go
tell
get
him
him
to come
in.
up.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I'll turn that shit off. Where was I? I fucking lost it.
We're talking about Taproot. How long has the facility been? Sorry. How long? Wait, no. How long has it been? You had plants in there running that room.
How long you been growing at the spot you
Yeah,
now?
because how dialed in is that room?
as far so like we're about to take that down. We only
So you've been operating there for the past 6, 7 years? Was the AUCC license there?
Yeah, no, we started 2019. You know, like
Right.
we did
At that spot.
3 years of hemp.
Living
got
soil.
into no, and now
Outdoors.
the living soil. What I'm doing now. Troy,
Yeah,
I gotta get him in here. Hey, this the Troy.
open
Troy,
the
this
door?
is hilarious. Troy
sorry.
is the guy who fucking
This
gave
is
me
the
the
sour
sour
man.
back in the day. He's the Syracuse sour guy. But anyways,
Yo, come
But
on.
yeah, well, dope. I mean, dope. You set a precedence. You gotta
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back
yeah,
next
yeah,
year.
yeah.
You gotta defend
So,
yourself
no,
next year now.
I am going
Yeah,
to
just
bring
don't get
some
there.
stuff next year that wait,
gotta look for something
I got a
that's
lot of I
yours.
got a lot of tricks up my sleeves. I'm just getting going. When I get my propagation going and I can choose my own like genetics. Like I can't believe I hit it with the super booth tonight. Like
Yo,
I'm happy you
I
guys
can.
are like.
That shit's fire, bro. That shit was crazy.
Dude, it
When you
was-
guys
it
pulled up
was
at
nice.
the Nikan
It was
after
nice.
party we had. I had some samples, and I was like, damn, I made a post. I was like,
Dude,
a
it,
hemp
like,
farmer could
It's
actually
crazy.
win the Growers
Dude,
Cup.
it's
And then I was
crazy.
like,
Like,
oh my
dude,
God.
like I looked at all the stuff
They
that's
did.
in there. Like it beat Skittles. Like wow, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's
He
like
set a standard, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to one of the judges afterwards who saw the pamphlet and like was finally able to look up what was what and was like, oh yeah, the super boost was great. That's crazy. It was Taproot, and
Yeah,
it was actually New Roots who was talking about it because he was one of the judges, and he's another micro. He's another licensed holder, you know, like who is actually also doing mixed light.
Mixed light, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Hey,
Dope.
I
Well, congratulations.
yeah,
bro.
man. Hey,
Big night.
thank you guys.
Hell yes.
I mean,
Please.
I'm so happy to meet all you guys. I'm glad I came down for this. Fuck, this is a big happy holiday. This is monumental for me.
Hell yeah.
I've been working really hard for years, and I have a lot ahead of me. Our team has a lot ahead of us to get these greenhouses going and to get everything up and running and to get everything like we will have weed for the New York community,
yeah.
you know, and
forward
like
to it.
and there's going to be some really good flavors that come out that nobody's seen yet. So I'm
Let's hear that. Let's bring that Syracuse sour out.
yeah,
Bring that Syracuse sour out. Let's go.
yeah.
Hey.
Exactly, dude. Nothing beats that. Like as far as like, I mean, that's like, and it's so crazy. Like the way I got that Syracuse sour, I told you earlier. Like I had this strain called the hash plant, and it was a 42-day strain.
I still can't believe.
42. Dude, we called it Dirty Hippie because it smelled like a bee, like dirty armpit funk onion. It was awful. So we did this trade through our friend Phil, which I'm gonna give a shout out Phil right now. Phil, we lost Phil last year. He passed away, and that was me and Troy's connection. Was Phil? Well, Phil knew I had that hash plant, and he showed Troy. He was good friends with Troy, and he goes, "Dude, my buddy wants to trade that sour D for that."
For the hash plant.
Serious? Because I was like dying to get my hands on it. I'm hearing like numerous people are like levitating off of it. I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta have this shit, right? And fucking, dude. And so I gave Troy that, and he gave me the thing. And dude, I didn't want to even know him. At that point, bro, like fucking 2000, whatever. I go, Phil, I don't even want to know the dude here. We'll just do the trade.
Just get me the damn cut.
Then it comes back, like, and I meet fucking Troy in 2019 when I came back here to fucking live. I like Phil. So shout out to Filthy Phil. That motherfucker
Made
has
the stars
created some
align.
so goddamn fucking rest in peace, man. Like that dude was a good soul, and we lost him way too early, man. And I accolades to Phil for connecting me with Troy and a lot of people. But that sour was that shit was special.
So wait, is the sour here still? What? Where's the sour now?
It is.
That's maybe a story for
Don't
another
even say who
Yeah.
got the cut. Keep it a secret.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it a
We'll
secret.
keep it
Keep
folklore.
a secret.
We'll keep it folklore. But
All right.
but that was that shit was absolute legendary. It was, dude, the calyxes were like pinkish gold. The Albany cut's fucking incredible too. It's just chunkier.
Are you hearing it from
All right, Albany. Let us know how you feel about that. We're going to be back in a moment with another guest.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care, dude.
Yo,
I know the
congratulations.
Albany boys. Like I know
Yeah.
them.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm just
Congratulations
joking.
again
Anyway.
on the
Yeah.
first fight,
Congratulations
bro.
again.
Yeah.
Please.
Hey, thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Fucking A.
Truly.
That's dope.
I'm going to see
like
the
I said,
farm
I was absolutely fucking blown away. I really was. I like this award
We
right
can
here.
tell.
This means so much to
You had
me.
such high
Like,
energy, bro. It's crazy.
When the
yeah,
first-
I loved it, man. I
I can't
loved
wait.
it.
I just like I seriously
every
don't
moment of
remember
it.
what I said.
I'm serious.
We'll see it on video, assuredly.
Yeah, dude.
All right, stay tuned,
yeah,
folks.
dude.
We'll be back in a moment.
smoked it out this year.
Oh, the smoke
The
alarm.
Smoke alarm went off. Started in the gas category.
Almost couldn't see your hat. It
Yo,
blended in.
Yo, honestly.
No, his skin tone changed.
Yeah. Yo, he
Literally.
Oh,
Ben the goat.
Yo, bro, it
Yo.
was all red from the hat.
Like, oh, no.
He was like, yeah, we'll be
Floating
coming
around.
right back.
What's going to happen?
Crazy is that
It
it
was
killed
great,
the
it was great.
microphone.
It was great.
Yeah, it killed everything. It killed the screen, it killed the mic, it killed the whole fucking show. It was,
Yeah.
and a show ender.
That was crazy.
But it
was dope.
re-emerged. It was great. It was fine.
so
But
good.
yeah, we smoked it out. That's
Yeah.
too bad.
a quick hiccup. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
Mechanics Farm, tied for second place, sweets category with the Zelium.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Zelium's been making noise for a little while now.
Yeah.
When was the first time you had got your hands on the Zelium? Has you been growing it for a while?
Yeah, we have been. It was actually, we found it in the first pheno hunt that we did for Doja.
Oh,
Ah.
That was
yeah.
the first,
the very
Was
first
it-
one.
the very first one.
Was it when
So-
he came to New York and did that
did the-
seed drop?
yeah, we did-
Fire.
I was actually, was it? Yeah, it was when he
At
did
Higher,
the seed
right?
drop. Yeah, he did the seed drop at Higher. We ended up hunting through 75 seeds. It was 3 different strains. The Runs Times Coffin Candy, the OZK crossed to Strawberry Scalato, and then the Soap Times Blueberry Mimosa. And then out of all 3, we found keepers of each.
Right.
So to the date now, the Runs Times Coffin Candy was a pheno that we used for Styles P's birthday.
Okay.
But now we're just gonna run it probably under Doja. And then the Zelium is now obviously called Zelium, which
Right.
was the OZK cross to Strawberry Scalato. And then we just debuted a new strain called Ivory.
Okay.
Which is the pheno we found of the Soap times Blueberry Mimosa.
Okay.
So-
And the Mimosa was doing numbers back in the day too.
Yeah. So, but the difference about the Ivory pheno that Ryan really like attracted the most was the fact that it was zero mimosa vibes.
Ah,
Like,
was
it
always the good one.
Yeah, like it has zero. You know, it was more of like a floral essence kind of terp profile.
Less citrusy.
Yeah.
How would you describe the Zelium tonight? The one that like took it basically.
Yeah,
That
when
took
that
second tonight,
place.
yeah.
I would say this batch was more Z compared to the first batch. Just because I feel like this batch, I took it at literally, honestly, 2 days more than I did the last run. So
It
this
made
batch,
that much of a difference.
yeah,
in the
that
2
much
days?
of a difference. The first run was 56, and then this run was 58.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
So, but this batch,
Pretty quick though. That's not bad.
it's not too bad.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your growing style? Out of curiosity.
LEDs.
LEDs.
Cocoa.
Hell yeah. Cocoa.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and with the LEDs, I have no other choice because, you know, where I'm at in Long Island, like, our height space is so limited, bro. Like, I could barely even stretch my arm when I'm, like, you know what I mean, in the basement or whatever.
That height, you need the plants to be able to
Yeah, so all the tables I get, I literally cut the legs almost like 3/4 off, you know what I'm saying? Get as low to the floor.
Does that affect how you grow, like when you're flipping and stuff too? You keep your you flip small and veg.
I mean, I only veg for like 3 weeks, but most of it's dialed in, so they tend to grow pretty well and tend to give me a nice sea of green before I flip in those 3 weeks. You know, the strains, again, most of the strains now that I deal with are all like Doja gear.
Yeah.
So like most of the, you know, all those genetics.
They're not crazy
yeah.
stretchers and stuff either.
I mean, some of them are like the Runs Times Coffin Candy, because obviously it being a Runs cross, it's got the stretch.
structure. And
The peach tree right now I'm noticing, which that's a new cut that I'm running for Doja. That's the Gelinade cross the Pina Colada.
Nice.
So
You
that-
running a lot of Doja stuff.
a
Man.
lot of Doja
Yo,
stuff.
so how long
How
have you
did
been
that?
Doja?
Yeah,
Been like,
how'd that
how-
partnership come about?
Right. Because I remember seeing on Instagram, I always wondered like,
So that Doja, that partnership came up with, I say 2021 or 2022, at Washington Square Park when the whole shit like really popped
yeah,
off.
like when it really started
Yeah.
popping.
Like you had all like the Cali brands coming in,
Yeah.
like you know like Tad from Alien Labs,
Alien
all
Labs,
like
shout
everybody you
out
could think
Tad.
of. Yeah, they were all here, you know what I'm saying? So my main objective was, bro, I had literally a bag of just hella samples, and that's literally what I did. I gave out like a pound of just mad samples to all of them, and Ryan was one of them, and he was fucking with it, and basically we exchanged numbers.
Let's talk, right?
And he's like, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? I got some seeds. I want you to test them for me. And then from there, we just kicked it off. He ended up coming back, bringing me the seeds. I ended up scooping them up at Higher Empire, and
That's
I went
crazy.
straight to work. I literally put them shit straight to water. And then from there, I kept them in the loop, and I ended up doing a small batch of some cherry runts. And I actually gave him that batch of cherry runts at the Growers Cup.
Oh, fire.
No
First,
way.
yeah, the first
year?
No
yeah, the first
fucking
year.
way.
I gave him
That's
that batch of
crazy.
cherry runs.
Yo.
Yeah, and from there he's like, "Yo, I need you to run this for me. So run this shit up."
I'll
and
take it off.
Yeah, and then
By the way, you felt mad pressure or what? As soon as that
oh,
happened,
bro, I
like,
still to this day.
go. Cause shout out Ryan, like
gotta
he's mad
perform.
cool though, but yeah.
You gotta
QC,
perform.
QC, man.
QC
Yeah.
is, it's where the pressure's at. You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
he sets the standard very high for his brand. So having his brand on the design and doing the drop here, it's like-
Collaborative drops
It
and
says
shit.
something, yeah.
he's very
repping you.
selective.
Yo, that's an honor, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations. for
Thank
that.
you, bro. I
That's crazy.
appreciate that.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you.
Yeah, that's dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So now, like I said, we're a partnership now. So where it's like any like seeds and everything that we hunt, you know what I'm saying? I give it right back to them, and we keep it in the same stable. So where Rusty from Duca Dojo.
Shout out to Rusty.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Rusty.
He does a lot of that breeding, right?
Yeah, bro, he makes some crazy fire, bro. I ain't gonna
Hell
lie,
yeah.
this shit is
Yo.
crazy. So I basically just recycle them and give them back to Rusty, and he just starts breeding them. So right now, the Zelium is in the breeding process.
Right. You
So-
have to take it to the next level with that one?
With that one, yeah.
So he's starting to make crosses with the
He's
Zelium
starting to
now?
make he's starting to make crosses with the Zelium.
I mean, it fucking verifies you too, because, like, we've been hearing about you for a while. You've been doing a lot of, headlining a lot of big events and doing a lot of dope
Yeah.
shit, right?
Yeah, I got
Then
some.
you come to the Growers Cup and you place. You feel me? It kind of like, it verifies that,
Associated with Doja, this
Yeah, like
That's
it
tried
makes-
and true.
It makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
No,
And from
100%.
like a grounds up thing, like what were you doing before Doja then? Like you were like doing
Putting in that work, son.
this work, right? But Doja's like took it off for you.
Yeah, Doja kind of basically upscaled it way
Yeah.
more for
I
me.
have a
Boosted
question.
it, boosted
Yeah,
it.
boosted
I have a
it.
question. And I've wondered,
Yeah.
where'd you get the name Mechanics Farm?
So prior to dealing with the weed, I used to be a mechanic,
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
and I
Straight like auto mechanic like type?
auto mechanic and racing. I used to love race cars, like, you know what I'm saying. I was in the racing scene at one point. Always still smoking my weed, you know what I'm saying. I was always smoking my weed, but the car scene was big for me. I got caught up in some trouble, you know what I'm saying, with the cars.
Yeah.
Sat up for a little bit, and then when I came home, I just had to have a different mentality, and I started selling weed. And at that point where it was like, weed started to get too expensive. So it was like, man, at this point, the same way another person growing weed out west, the same way I could grow weed out here. We all humans at the end of the day, we just gotta have the potential and the motivation to do it. So I just started growing like that, at the same time selling weed, but growing it.
Yeah.
And then I just kept going and going and going to where it was like,
You scale it up.
little by little, from a 2x4 to a 3x3 to a
What's your canopy
4x4.
size now?
Well, I have 2 8-lighters and I have a 32 lighter.
Okay.
So
Keeping it small, man.
yeah, that's where I'm at now.
32 is pretty.
What about
32.
That's how much we're building out on the farm right now in our micro, and like
Yeah.
that's still a jump for me, and like you know what I mean. I'm confident at 15, 20. Like that's where I've been really comfortable for a long time. I've seen a lot of 100 light grows,
Yeah.
but that's still like
32, it takes.
It's
it
getting
takes,
up there.
Yeah, and it's mine. I have a partner in that one spot.
oh, you do.
Yeah, it's just
Have you had to adjust the way you grow to get to that one, like to where you were? You're doing 32.
100%.
Do you still like how it's coming out and everything?
No,
Not as much, right?
no. Like I said, those batches that tend to come out of that room, I actually sell them for a different price,
Right.
compared to my 8-lighters.
So it's tough to.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's
to
a
scale
different
up.
maintain
scale.
it at my
You know
farm.
That's
what
why I'm-
saying?
yeah.
And then not only that though, like I'm not like the one there running it 24/7 as well, because I'm jumping around from room to room to room. So you know what I mean. I'm there for an hour, 2 hours, depending on what I got to do there, and then he's there helping me. And then
Right.
sometimes I'm not there that day. He's just watering. So
Bro.
he's probably setting up the batches. Again, everybody set up batches differently.
Yeah,
Everybody
You know
now
what I'm
it's
saying?
like
So
dialing in.
It's not exactly.
Before
so.
you like dial in a room, now you got to dial in a team. Like that's what people don't understand.
Exactly,
It's like
it's
now I'm
difficult.
realizing that with doing a license, right?
You
It's a
literally
whole-
have to teach people.
yeah,
you
it's
water
What's your
this for
plans
this long.
for
Right.
the legal market?
This amount of water.
So
And do not deviate from this plane.
we were supposed to drop on the rec market last week, but due to testing, the Q testing, whatever, it held me back 3 weeks. So when I had my batches ready and I didn't know it was a 3-week waiting period for the testing, and the Q, it fucked me up.
Yeah.
So I basically had to sell those loose because those came out of my 32 lighter. And then I basically had to run up a whole new harvest again. So I'm waiting for that to harvest, which should be about 2 weeks. And then I'm already in queue. So that way I'm trying to basically line it up. So hopefully, hopefully before the end of the year, I'm trying to be on the rec market. But if not, then the next year.
Gotta do it the right way. On your time, you feel me?
There's always hiccups with this shit, bro. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Yeah, you got to be built for it. For sure.
Yeah, so that's why, the traditional market is always there. You know what I'm saying? That way it keeps everything going.
What's staying tried and true to the traditional market is quality. Like quality doesn't lose like that.
Yeah, no.
As long as you grow fire, like,
that's what they look for. That's what the consumers be chasing. It's the quality. Yeah.
They want to know that they could come to you and get something good all the time.
All the time.
Right.
All the time.
I mean, that's kind of how Doja did his thing, I feel like.
That's
And
the thing.
Burner's
You know,
like,
whatever
this
you
is
get
good.
is smoking. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Consistency. That's what brings the
that's
people
where the
back.
pressure comes
That's
in.
what I was going to say. I'm
Exactly.
envious of you,
That's
but at
where
the
the
same
pressure-
time, like, I'm kind of glad, like,
Nah, the
every
pressure
batch you
be-
want is tough.
It's not easy because again, mind you, also dealing with other growers. Like I did drops for Sure Money, I did the drop for Styles P, I did a drop with Fire Farmer. You know what I'm saying? Like all of it's all different type of styles that they all that they look for. So it's like
Everybody got their own aesthetic.
yeah, so it's like trying to please everybody, and then it's like, all right, they QC it, they approve it. All right, now let's figure out the drop. Now it's getting a venue, and then doing this, and then doing that, the designs, and you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and at the end of the day, bro, besides the 32 lighter that I share with this one person, everything else I do by myself.
Yeah.
Like I still, to this day, I still even do my delivery drops by myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's
You got to run it lean and mean for a while, bro.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I'm just a one-man show. That I wake up every morning, take my kids to school, and then I'm straight to the gardens. You know what I'm saying? By the time I know it, it's time to pick them up.
Yeah.
Then from there, doing all that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got to go back. If not, I'm done for the day.
That life, like,
Yeah, that's
same shit me and Sensei do.
every day.
That's like the growing
Every day, bro. It don't
Yeah,
stop.
you say, like, how do you do it with kids?
That's what I was just going to say is like,
School in the morning,
bro.
Gotta do, pick them up,
And
yeah.
if you can have somebody watch in the afternoon, you go back to the
Right.
That's literally how it is.
Yeah.
Every day, bro. And it's like, and like you said, the plant don't give a fuck. If it's your birthday, if it's your
Christmas, whatever,
Christmas,
New Year's Eve,
or if you got the flu or COVID that day.
He said, feed me.
They don't care. Like we need to eat that day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like regardless, you got to get up and do it. You know what I'm saying? And with these plants, bro, they teach you a lot.
Yeah.
Patience is one. Patience is one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, I speak for myself. Bro, I ain't have a lot of patience at all.
Me,
You know what I'm saying?
years and wisdom.
It does. It does.
You know who doesn't have a lot of patience either? I'm just going to say one time.
Man. Yo,
My man losing it.
I know what you're talking about.
He held it
bad
together.
out, son.
Very patient.
You are patient. You are
He can be.
You gotta go.
Until I'm
You
very
gotta
not
go some
patient.
weed.
It just, I guess it
Why he
depends
smokes
on
so
the
much
moment.
weed.
It depends on the moment for sure.
It depends on the moment.
Depends on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Today though is a day where like there's like a building amount of like calls and shit of people being like, yo, I got something totally asinine to ask
Right,
you.
yeah,
some
yeah.
bullshit. Like I got some
Yo,
total
man.
nonsense side quest for you, and you're like, no, what the fuck? And so at like 15 of those, I'm like, all right, stop. Like that's at that point.
No,
and
I'm not
it's
picking up
good.
my phone no
It's
more.
bad. It's bad.
He was super
But
high
yes.
energy today, too.
Yeah. Thank you. But I'm,
Growers
you know.
Cup 3, year 3, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
That's
You
the
think
thing.
you'll be used to it by now, right?
Yo, right?
no,
Yeah.
no.
You think so?
Bro, but coming from the garden, so that's the other thing. Like I've realized with growers, like coming from the garden, a lot of them aren't used to like doing this whole social like media or like the cameras and stuff like that because
Yeah.
it's very garden people are a lot of times reserved and especially the OG growers, they didn't
Isolated.
do the
Yeah,
thing. They
yeah.
sell the wholesale to the dude. They didn't want to like.
We
they
go
were
back
wanting
into
to
the cave right
mind
after that. We ain't want to be next to nobody.
Right.
We alone most of our time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's in other words, we're
Prefer
like,
it that way
yeah,
most of the
we're
time, too,
loners.
though.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like,
We
right.
don't really come out, and you know what I'm saying? If we do, it's
Bunch of nerds.
Is Duke like that too?
Rusty. Nah,
nerd,
Rusty
too.
be out.
I say
Rusty be out?
Rusty be
Yeah,
out.
he did his
Yeah,
thing.
he loves being out there, bro.
Hell
He
yeah.
goes.
You
to
feel like that's important to be out there?
Oh.
Be touching the people, branding, marketing, doing the events, the pop-ups and shit like that?
I mean, I would say so because it's more like a direct to consumer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that way the consumer can definitely get that, you know what I mean, get that
Brand
product
build.
directly and stuff. So give them a chance instead of,
Connection to
exactly. Instead
Let the
of
grower eat for once.
What kind of advice would you give somebody that didn't meet Doja, that's growing weed in New York, that's working as a mechanic or whatever? What would you tell him to do, you know what I mean, to get to where you are now? Like, what's the best way to build your brand? Like, what should to grow? Should they be growing? Should they be trapping? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like these kids should be growing weed now, like even in the tents and sell that or whatever they got to do, but they need to grow the weed now. Don't trap the weed. Grow your weed here.
I mean,
grow it.
I agree. I would say yes, just because there are a lot of white labels brands out there. A lot of them white label brands are just overly flooding the city. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
There's a lot. That's in the black market and the white market.
yeah, it's
That's in both markets.
I mean, I don't hate on nobody's hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
said the same
I'm
shit.
saying, like, listen.
We all grown ass man. You can have an opinion on
like,
something. You know what I'm
it
saying?
ain't my lane. That's not me. You know
ain't
what I'm
me.
saying?
Yeah.
That shit. I just, you know what I mean? That's just, like I said, I don't hate on nobody's way to get
We
bread.
just want the New York grown flower for
Right,
bro.
so it's
Like,
grow
shit,
your
it's
weed.
quality shit. We just trying to get you the quality shit.
You
get
go to
you
the farmer's
real
market
shit.
because you want something fresh,
Yeah.
harvested that
You
week.
want something that basically the genetics behind it, where you're like, all right, well, if this is, for example, like this is OZK and this is strawberry Scalado, and then when you smoke it, you're like, yo, this shit actually tastes like strawberry Skittles, bro.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So you're sitting there, you're like, yo, this shit really tastes like the strain of the cross of what it says. So you know, like, what you're really smoking, instead of you just going ahead and buying the shit just because it comes with a toy.
Yo, give me a
And
dub.
it comes
Yo,
in
give me
a
a
box.
dub. Or
you know
yo,
what I'm
oh
saying?
god.
Like,
Thank you for
get
saying
what I'm
it,
Bar
saying?
of soap. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's bar of
like,
Try
soap.
these fucking
come on, like, you know what I mean?
Bro.
Like, I'm
That
not.
motherfucking snake
You
used
wanna,
to-
you're not smoking the toy, bro. You're not smoking the toy. You're not smoking the box. You get what I'm saying?
I'm playing with the toy while I'm smoking.
Like, at what point do you like think about it and like realize?
Yeah.
The
And it's all the
attention span.
same thing.
I think we
Yo,
bring.
God.
We probably
so-
bring some pogs back. Throw
LCGs.
those in there.
We
That's
don't
what
want your
really should've
LCG
done. We should've
smalls
done
on the
some
toilet.
pogs.
We want real genetics.
Right.
We want real quality. You know what I'm saying? Something
Let the
that you
flowers
know, like,
speak.
exactly. So that's basically what I feel like us growers are just trying to put out there, so that way the consumers are knowledgeable on what they're smoking.
I mean, I
You know
think
what
we
I'm
have to
saying?
try harder too because, like you said, all that outside influence, like
Yeah.
all the packs from Cali, all the packs from Oklahoma, Cali, and it's all
Everywhere.
cheaper.
Everywhere.
And we all competing with that. You feel me? And it's buy local, smoke local.
I'll say honestly, also being one of the judges for the exotic rare category.
Yeah.
I'll say
Oh yeah.
I was able to see like a good spread of the growers here in New York, which was cool. It was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all I could say is motivational thing would be keep going.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even though like you may not have got it this time, but I promise you the next batch probably gonna be better than the last one. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. Don't give up. Failure shouldn't be an option. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we need more growers.
Yo.
We need more growers, you know what I'm saying? And the more you keep doing it, bro, the better you're gonna become at it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna become more recognizable. Then people are gonna wanna smoke your brand. They're gonna smoke your flower.
They're gonna look for it.
They're gonna look for it.
Where's
you
it
know
at?
what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna hit
That's
you.
why I always look at it and I tell any grower to this day, like, don't give up. Keep going.
Right.
Like, don't look at a failure, like, you know what I'm saying, as an option. Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't quit on it. Because, again, it took me numerous runs.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Numerous.
Telling me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We all-
You could just
yeah.
say years,
Oh,
years, right?
Yeah, it took us time, you know what I'm saying? We learned all the infestations that we had to deal with, or just diseases with the plants, all that we've dealt
Island in
where
the
we lost
environment, you
crops.
don't have it locked
Yeah,
in.
and we still gotta pay rent for that
Yo,
spot. We still gotta pay
right.
bills for that spot. You know what I'm saying? But we still keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's actually what should motivate you more to make you work harder.
As long as you don't give up, right?
Yeah, just don't give up. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it.
And if you don't, like, you're the example of if you don't, like, people like Ryan and Doja are looking for people like
People will notice,
growers that are
generally.
locals, right? Like, that's crazy. I didn't think that those type of people would want to fuck with a local New York person, but like that's
They're open
that's
to it.
Nah,
dope.
bro, there's people who have the foresight to know, like, yo, like, this shit is popping out here, and I need
Right.
to get somebody out here.
And
you know what I mean?
it
Well,
also
and it shows
gives it,
support and love too, like
And it also opens up more eyes for other California brands to come out and do the same thing. Give other growers opportunities.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And work local.
Yeah.
Bring
you know,
money. Definitely. yeah. I would say that.
Yeah,
for sure,
right?
right? But definitely that.
No, for sure.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's good of a note at the end of the
Bro,
I feel
it's
like.
not-
Right?
Yo,
It's
it's
not
a
cheap.
big money.
Yeah,
right.
Things are
real.
not cheap.
Congratulations again.
Yeah,
Yo,
congrats,
please.
bro.
I
Truly.
appreciate you.
Come back next
Thank you for
time.
being here.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man.
Yes,
So-
please.
Go
Yes,
meeting,
please
bro.
come back.
No,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
At
That's
least your
dope.
second cup.
Yes,
I
sir.
think second cup, right?
Second,
First cup.
second.
No, he ended the first year.
The
Yeah,
first
that's what I'm
year
saying,
I
the first
entered,
cup.
Yeah,
and then
he
this
came in
was the
second the
second.
first year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep telling
Yeah.
people, bro. Like,
was before
if
Doja
you're
thing?
consistently
before the Doja
placing but not winning, that's great.
Bro, I didn't know
That's
your background.
I only
Yes.
entered once, that one entry, which was exotic rare, which was London pound cake cross to jealousy.
Yeah.
That's
And I had
dope.
that.
That
I
was
bought that cup.
Jealous pound cake.
Yeah, the jealous pound cake. I got that from Sea Junkie, and I ran that, and I was fresh. I remember I bought it straight to Ben,
Yo,
straight in the turkey bag. He
Ah,
looked at it. He was like, "Whoa."
He said, "Wow."
So
Closed
amazing.
it. Yeah, he's like, he closed it. He didn't want to show me no expression. I could see it in his face. He closed it up. He's like,
Yeah, he's
"All
like
right."
that.
all right.
Yeah, that's exactly. All right,
Yeah, I think, all right. But yeah, that was the first year I came in second place. And then now this year, again, came in second place. So let's see, hopefully third time's a charm.
Yeah, third time's a charm, man.
Please
Yeah.
come back in 2025, please.
Please, yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
I'll bug you about it all year.
For sure.
I'm sorry. Bro, so it says something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that. I only enter one category and I'm
Consistent.
hitting that one category.
Crazy, you only hit one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you only entered one.
Yeah, I only enter one.
And you hit, right? Like, that's some
Put
confidence.
all your
shit.
energy into
Both
one
times,
thing.
yeah. Both times. That's what I'm saying. It's just dedication and motivation, bro. You just gotta keep going. That's it.
All right, y'all.
That's crazy.
We're gonna wrap it up with Mechanics Farm. I was going to say Mechanics Garden. It was Garden,
No,
right?
it was never
Never
garden.
Garden.
He's
Never
That was the
got-
fake
Farm.
English.
Excuse me. Take it
That was the
back.
fake English.
Wrap it up
The
with Mechanics Farm.
Mechanics
Wrap it up with the
Excuse
Mechanics
me.
Farms.
And we'll be back soon. Be right back.
Good morning, New York.
Oh no, it's not morning yet.
It is
Yeah,
morning now.
Oh, it is. Yeah. What now?
Technically speaking,
Yeah.
I guess it is. Yes. Look at this fucking light. This is crazy. Sorry,
Right.
I didn't even see it. Look at your
shit.
phone with the fucking light.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
Whoops.
crazy too.
All right, that's it. This is the limit.
I'm
We can't
tired.
do
It's
more than-
late.
Yeah,
we
it's
can't
the
do more than
last
3 or
one.
4
It's
people.
very late. All right, we are officially at just shy of 1 in the morning. We're 2 minutes shy of 1 in the morning. We're getting closer to the minute from Sensei being able to get fried chicken.
Yeah,
that hurts.
Critical.
Too.
Getting
Critical.
chicken after?
Critical. He's
Critical
getting
chicken.
fried chicken. He's got to get it by 2 in the morning. So we got to make it happen.
We gotta go.
The hooded figure in the middle, the man who I can't believe just finally getting attention on the internet.
Yeah.
He's been on the internet for so long, but
All types
probably
of
just
shenanigans.
creeping and being weird.
A mean prince. A mean prince.
Entire life on the internet.
This is Semper Frosty, of course.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yo,
from Staten Island.
congratulations, yo.
Staten Island
Oh,
rep.
yeah.
And second place winner in 2 categories. Most importantly, that's why we're clapping. We're not just clapping because we love you. Which is, those categories are sour and gas.
Sour and gases.
With the Chem D and the Lemon Royale, which I believe is in that gigantic blunt
yeah,
you have
right
right
here.
there.
We'll pass it around.
The Lemon
Hey.
Royale in the gas category.
Are you a returning winner, too?
No, he played.
Second place.
You
last
played.
year.
Placed
Placed
last
second
year.
last year.
In sour.
And first year.
I announced that one. I remember.
First year I did not place.
I
First
thought you
year
were
did
tied
not.
for like third or second.
Probably like last.
I said time for
Oh, wait, did you not enter that year?
What was
Oh, you
I
did.
didn't do too well on that.
Ah, got you.
Yeah. What were
2
you
years back
enter?
to back.
Yeah.
It was a couple of females I popped from seed. So
Yeah. Bro, you've been like building a reputation though and like breaking down walls,
On
bro.
the low.
Yeah, no, a lot of like like the thing is for me, a lot of respected growers and OGs respect your growing. You know what I mean? Because I think you really apply yourself and like do a good job. I've seen your
I think
shit
it's the
firsthand.
genetics.
It's the genetics.
He grows a lot of old school stuff.
Oh yeah, the Da
A
Vinci
lot of
OG.
hazes, a lot of
Was that what
sours.
placed
That was
last
from
year?
Ghost, right?
that's Ghost Grow. He's out in 818,
Yeah.
San Fernando Valley, out in California.
Is that more your like personal flavor though too?
Yeah, I like
Fair.
the stuff that punches you in the face, gassy.
All right, so you like that savory type of profile.
Yeah.
Also, but hence why
Oh, yeah, I got you.
your second place was what exactly? Tell people
The
What strain you
for
enter?
tonight.
So for gas, Dank smoking on the Lemon Royale. That's in the Dutch Master.
The cross.
The cross is lemon tree
Delicious.
times GMO Triangle Kush skunk.
Okay.
And that's the genetics is from Swamp Boys.
I got it.
The pheno was hunted by Bronson up in Maine.
Hey,
Shout
shout
out
out Bronson
Bronson.
Farms.
Shout out to
word.
Bronson out in Maine.
Yeah.
He hunted that, selected that cut, graciously gifted it to me, along with the Chem D. Those are both his.
And that Mac 1 you was crushing for a while too.
Great.
Oh yeah, that
You got
Mac
gifted
1.
some good cuts, man.
That Mac 1.
Mac 1 is what really made
That
waves
Mac 1
for
has seen
Semper,
many
I
a
think.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
gifted by Garden State Gas.
Yeah.
You guys running his genetics, so
Yeah,
shout out
shout
to Garden
to
State
Todd.
Gas.
Yeah, Todd.
homie
Garden
Todd.
State Gas.
And what was your other entry?
It was Chem D. It's
Chem
the
D. Straight Chem D?
shout out to Chem Dog up in Massachusetts.
Ah, dope.
The story goes, but
Story code.
Which Chem D is it?
it's I got it from Bronson, but there's there's multiple
3 or
Chem
4?
Ds. Yeah, I've smoked a lot of Chem Ds, and they're all a little different.
Yeah.
I would say this one is
Yours translates really nice.
it's like more gassy, mothbally.
Wait, and you entered this one into what category?
The lemon royale and gas.
Into gas. When it tastes so sour to me. Is it a little soury?
In sour
It's
category.
I think the sour taste. It's more of the hydro taste, I would say.
Oh,
We all-
yeah, I see what you
We all
mean. You
grew
grow
up
hydro,
smoking
right?
hydro, you know.
You growing hydro?
Yeah, straight hydro,
Current culture DWC?
DWC, deep water culture. I'm going back to cocoa for a little bit.
Okay.
Pop some seeds.
Cocoa's fun. We do a bunch of 1 gallons. Sea green type style. We enjoy it.
Flood and drain. Nice and easy. I
But
like-
we still hand water. Plant by plant.
yeah, it's too much for me.
No, it's not too bad. It only takes about an hour. Do 24 lights.
You're wild. That's
Wow,
wild.
you can micromanage each pot.
Hey?
If I don't need water, don't get
I feel
water.
like I can't speak to this. 'Cause I'm
Right?
not.
No, I hand
I would
water.
love to
Instead of
ask.
having
Let me ask.
irrigation,
Black,
it's like,
Black Rabbit hand waters.
Is it not something though that
I don't- you know.
we've talked about this a little bit because you said that
We're
like
small,
with
so
drip
we can do
emitters
it.
sometimes it like digs a hole in the medium.
what it
or,
does
like,
is
there's other
sometimes the
problems.
drip emitters will shoot the water straight to the bottom
Right.
and out the pot.
But
So you lose
but
a lot of water.
presumably if you had like a maybe it's the shitty drip emitter I would say.
Yeah.
But also if it worked as it should, wouldn't it be more uniform to use drip emitters than to do it by hand?
If your environment allows every plant to dry back uniformly. If every plant is not drying back the same, then irrigation is going to hurt you. Because you're going to end up watering plants that don't need water or underwatering plants that might need water.
Okay.
Because you have micro climates inside your environment. You might have a corner that's too humid. Maybe the center is too humid. If you're not like fully dialed in,
Strain
that
specific
that
too, depending on
fucking
the plant size and stuff.
strain specific. If you're running more than one strain in a room, like I can't. If I grow the wook repellent and the fucking strawberries and cream purple taipan together, the snow bunny takes 2 or 3 days to dry back. Wook could take every day. She's ready for water, you know. There's a lot of nuances to that shit. Your environment got to be fucking dialed in for every plant to dry back at the same exact time, so you can water at the same exact time, so your irrigation doesn't end up being counterproductive.
So how do you dry back when it just sits in water all the time?
That's different. He would have to explain that to you.
Dry back.
The roots
being that
live in the
it's not-
water.
that it- to be clear, drying back being like the medium goes all the way dry, you have to water.
Goes
again,
dry and you
right?
have to water again,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So with DWC, it's a lot different.
Yeah,
It's sitting in
so
water.
That's what I'm saying. I'm lazy.
Nah.
I like letting the plants do all the work.
Right.
So when the plants are sitting in water with all the roots in there, the roots above the water line form air roots, and those uptake oxygen. And on top of that, the water itself is oxygenated
Right.
because you gotta keep a certain temperature and a certain percentage of dissolved oxygen for your plants
To keep the water from going anaerobic, right?
to keep it from going anaerobic, and I don't know, you like having white roots and
Absolutely.
healthy plants.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your ORP levels in check, which
Yeah.
if you're in cocoa or living soil, you really don't have to check that number.
Right.
But in DWC, you gotta keep your ORP in check.
And what's
'cause,
ORP for everybody out there?
It's the oxidative reductive potential. It's how cleansing your water is, or how much oxygen it can hold, pretty
Right.
much. So the lower it is, the less optimal your plants would be.
Are you like switching tanks Like, how often are you changing that reservoir?
Once a week. I check on them once a week and I top it off.
Okay. You top it off. You don't do a complete dump and refill?
I don't do a complete dump because I run beneficial bacteria, microbes, and trichoderma.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people do sterile in my case, but
You have microbes?
Yeah, I like microbes in it. It's like the
Deep water culture?
it's like living
Really?
water, you know.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
Kyle
making up
Cushman.
terms.
Yo, stop. Bro, stop. So,
Organic. It's
so you're
organic water.
And I use New York City tap water.
The best water in the fucking
why-
country.
hey.
Come eat the bagels and the pizza, you'll understand.
Yeah, it comes out like 0.08 EC, so it's like 40 ppms. And no,
What is in there? Do you know?
you can look it
Special
up.
sauce?
You can look it up on
Special sauce?
Google. The sanitation department or the
Bro,
Get
tap
your-
water's
yeah, that
only
report.
90
They have the
ppms.
report.
90?
It's only 90 ppms on my faucet.
Oh, that's not bad.
yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm in well water.
We
Mine's
still use
lot,
a
like-
filter
yeah.
of fluoride, particulate, whatever, calcium.
Parts per million. People.
Yeah.
So what do you think to people that say like living soil is always the best and that you have cardboard turps?
I mean, I
bro,
grew
you
up
just smoke
smoking
It's a myth.
cardboard
No,
turps.
I mean,
How
I'm not
does it
saying
taste?
personally. I mean, I would
How
say
does it
that
smell?
like one of my first grows ever were hydroponics. You know what I mean? With like an OG. It wasn't what you're doing. It was aeroponics. So it had like cut out in the fucking PVC, and it was the best weed I ever had. And it's still like that's the standard. I've never grown weed that good. You know, but people have this controversial thing, and people have selling points like, do you think living soil is better, or like your way is better, or it's like, what do you think about that?
Living soil has a higher ceiling, I would say. It's harder to crush living soil. And if you crush living soil, it's going to beat a crushed hydro,
Right.
in my opinion.
I know, I understand. Yeah.
But
And you don't
for,
flush that as long in hydro, right?
for just like, you know, I'm a gambler. I like high risk, high reward. And there's nothing higher risk, high reward than hydro or deep water culture because
You can fuck.
I
really
lost.
Quick, right?
I fucked up. I lost 2 runs this year.
Yeah.
Before this run, so that's why I thank Bronson a lot because every time he hooked me up with cuts for me to put in the system
To reset it.
and for me to fuck it up and kill it. And that was because I was messing up my ORP levels. I had a bad meter.
You gotta
I had
learn though, yeah.
and I fucked up. I should have had 2 meters and should have double checked, but
I've been missing some of the best weed, bro.
That's life trials and errors, man. That's what the growing is about. You're not gonna learn unless you fuck it up a couple times, you know.
yeah. But back to your question, though.
Doing the right thing. White ash on a blunt. Sorry.
If you grew up smoking weed in 2000s, you smoked hydro. Well, not a lot of people were doing living soil indoors, so
Right.
so I grew up smoking. These are the
Fair.
flavors I grew up smoking. So
So what's
my
this
plan B
preference?
is, you know, if I can't sell it, I'll smoke it.
Nah.
One last question too. So wait, about your growing, how quick would it take if say your pH is off or something for reference? How long would it take for that plant to die in the deep water culture? You didn't adjust it. pH, say it goes high, right? 'Cause you want it
ORP
lower.
fucks up or
Say,
whatever.
right, you get like 12 pH. When's it gonna die? Like
It's
in
your window of time to
day,
save your
3 days?
plants.
Do you know?
You're gonna fuck up the. If you're in flower, it's gonna affect the end flower.
Absolutely.
Like you can stir it back, but deep water culture is kind of like driving a really fast race car. So it'll get you there faster. But if you
Right.
Jerk the
if
wheel.
you jerk a little bit, you're gonna crash, or
Right.
if you do crash, it's gonna be bad.
So it doesn't sound like it's for the lazy person, like you said,
Oh.
at all. That shit sounds hard, bro.
Well,
No, but it's like if you have your parameters in check, it's kind of like set it and forget it. In a way,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty set it and forget it, which you really can't do with like you guys. You're hand watering pots every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandatory labor.
That's
yeah,
something
it
I don't
sucks.
wanna do.
I know it. Yeah,
It takes an hour or two out of your day. It's not that much.
All right.
It's actually meditation.
I
Once
yes,
we're
I'm
at-
for
It's
it.
a twofer. I get to calm my soul. And the plants get what they need.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
You play Tchaikovsky or
I won't
something?
fucking
Like,
call you cursing you out and shit. We're good.
We've been playing a lot of GNX in the garden.
Yeah.
A lot of GNX, a lot of Kendrick in the garden for sure.
Grow, just like scream and grow with them.
Yeah.
Classical
Mustard in the
music is
garden.
good. You guys should put on some classical music.
Fuck
It's a
that shit.
frequency.
Yeah.
Fuck a frequency.
You play that?
Like a frequency.
The
I
dude
wanna hear
that
some
taught me,
lyrics.
the Hydro dude, he played death metal like he was a musician and
Yeah.
shit. Shout out my boy Carl, bro. Hell yeah, the Hounds of Hell, Rochester. Let's go. But
Oh,
you know, but so you play music. He played death metal. It was so annoying because like I think it encourages spider mites to do the thing. And we had them rubbing alcohol on each leaf, and it's like,
Yo.
bro.
There's rocking out in there.
I'm like, oh, he's mad as fuck. I'm like, damn, bro.
We're gonna call this
fucking
episode
extra
Hard
hard.
Science.
Yeah. But
title
the
of this episode,
classical is
bro.
like, that's the key. Do you really play music for him, Bo?
Yeah.
He
well,
really believed in 100%. He still does.
It's the frequency thing.
Right.
It's so in nature, birds every morning, there's sound in trees and it wakes them up inside the cells. It's grow science, whatever. But there's a frequency that it's also in classical music a lot. It's the same chirping sound.
Oh.
You can look into it, Google it.
Yeah, well,
I don't know
it's
if I should take him
interesting.
seriously now, I'll be honest with you.
No.
It's Semper. You know what I'm saying?
Like, do you have any
I don't
specific
know when
things
to
about
take-
like
I
when
believe.
you
Hey.
like germinate seeds or pop beans?
Oh, like the
Is there a
full
cycle?
moon thing.
Correct. The full moon thing.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, really. I don't think so, but
It does.
the moon does mess with the tides, and there's liquid in every single thing, like us, seeds. So, who knows?
This is I think there's also something I wanted to make sure I
We're
talked
put a
about.
to lose it, I
disclaimer.
think, now, maybe.
No. I want to talk a
It is
little
like
bit
1
about
a.m.
the Lemon Royale and the Chem D, because I think you have a notorious thing at this point with these two runs between that and the Mac 1, where, as far as I know, you're not planning to run it again, right? Or at least not next.
No, just hit it and quit it.
Hey.
So it's like kind of like, you know, if you got it, you got it, and if you don't, it's just gone.
Yeah.
You might bring it back eventually, but who knows?
Make them fiend for it a little bit, right?
Which is a very different approach than a lot of other people, right? Like a lot of people have a hit and then they're like, all right, and they
Let's
hit it
drop
for
it
a
in,
while.
drop
you
it in,
know,
drop
like
it in,
for a-
drop it.
Yeah.
I feel like with the clones, it's kind of just cement the name, but I love popping seeds, so
Yeah.
hopefully, you know, you'll try the pheno hunt that's coming up. It doesn't die.
Yeah. Keep
If
your
that
guts alive.
happens, come springtime, there'll be a bunch of new phenos that hopefully one of them will be good. And if it's good, we'll run that one back and
1 or 2 times and that's
And maybe
it.
we'll
Yeah,
see it at the
that's it.
Growers Cup next year.
yeah,
Hey.
Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear during the same time at the Growers Cup they stopped licensing? They've halted all licensing.
They've currently halted licensing on, or not halted
for card.
licensing, I'm lying. Excuse me.
Processing.
They've halted the December queue and anything to do with that. There's an injunction on the December queue specifically.
Wasn't specifically card, though?
It impacts card, yes,
I
but
agree.
it's that they're
Everybody.
specifically saying that anybody in the December queue is currently under, and there's an injunction on that, so it's nothing's moving forward. That could also just get canceled
heard
though,
that
in
while
like the
we were
next
at the
week
cup.
or two, because there's a hearing about it. So maybe it's nothing. So maybe they'll give out licenses again. I said it a little bit at the cup tonight, but what a bunch of horseshit that they haven't given out more licenses still. The difference, like, I don't know, it's wild. Like, we're talking to like Taproot or like North Fork or whatever. Like, I've said it a bunch this week. Like, it's incredibly frustrating to talk to, and it's incredibly positive seeing those people, and then incredibly frustrating seeing other people who are exactly the same position, who are growing weed and growing great weed and should be able to be in the market, and they can't be. And it's just for no reason other than just like arbitrary nonsense.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah. Sorry, not to get on that soapbox.
yeah,
This
no.
makes me fucking mad.
That's Ben's rant for the day.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be. It's like
depressing.
repeatedly. It's like over and over and over. Just like it's like it refreshed. I got refreshingly mad about it. I got upset all over again.
Woke you up.
He's
It was
mad again.
incredible.
I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep for 3 minutes right there. I'm not gonna lie, I fell right asleep.
It's time to call it a
And I
night.
woke back
Your
up.
eyes
All right, we're
open?
calling it a
Yeah, I
night.
was like, oh shit. Like,
Thank you very much, Semper Frosty.
Like, where the fuck are we?
A huge congratulations on
Yo, for real.
2 second
Good job,
place.
Semper.
Yeah.
You've doubled your second place wins this year.
Oh yeah.
God
4
damn
second
it.
place
No.
wins, son.
I can say I smoked a lot of all of it. It's all very
4
good.
second place
Gotta
wins,
say.
kid.
Congratulations.
Very, very good.
3?
Three.
3.
Please. All right.
No, it's crazy.
Congratulations, homie.
Yeah.
We'll be back very soon with one more guest, one final guest. One final guest?
Nah, no more.
No?
guests.
No
more
more
guests?
guests.
All right. We're canceling it for the night. We're closing shop.
Close it
We're
out.
closing it up. Thank you very much
1
for sticking
a.m.
with us. It's way past 1 a.m. We're done. All right. Good night to
Later, y'all.
everybody at home.
Thank you.